the Social Security Board of Trustees Annual Report. I have all the details and what they found right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I want to share with you the details of the Social Security Board of Trustees Annual Report that was just released on Friday and what they found, as there are some changes over the report from last year that they released at this same time. So let's get into it and talk about the finances of Social Security, what they are projecting going forward, and what this means for you as a Social Security beneficiary. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, doing all the research and breaking it all down into these short videos. As things continue to change every single day, we're getting new announcements, new information hitting the wire all the time. And again, I truly want to help you out as much as I can by breaking it all down so you can see how it may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, anything popping up right now, we can possibly grab and or take advantage of. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise, and as always, I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks so much. Let's get into it and talk about the Social Security Board of Trustees Annual Report, what they found with this as it was just released on Friday, and what is the health of Social Security going forward. All right, so the report has actually changed a little bit over last year. So remember, last year around this same time, and every year around this same time, we get this annual report that is released where they dig into Social Security, they look at the Social Security trust funds, and they determine how is Social Security doing, as in the finances, and they also look at Medicare as well side by side, and they give different projections based on the state of the economy, tax revenues coming into Social Security, insolvency, how much money they have to pay out, based on current level of beneficiaries, all kinds of different aspects that's going on there. So let's break this down. Remember, the report last year that came out showed that Social Security would be insolvent in 2034. Well, about 2 months ago or so, we got a report out of the CBO, Congressional Budget Office, that said, well, actually, no, according to our estimates, Social Security Trust Fund will be insolvent by 2032. Well, this report, the Social Security Board of Trustees Annual Report, is now showing that the insolvency date, according to their findings, is actually 1 year earlier than what they reported last year. 2033, just in 10 years from right now, is when Social Security will become insolvent, according to the Board of Trustees and this report right now, okay? So this actually came up by 1 year, as in we lost a year of basically them having enough money to pay out all of the promised benefits. Now, I will explain what Social Security insolvency means here a little bit later in this video. I have covered that in other videos, so I don't want to hit on it right now, but I will cover that a little bit later in this video, really briefly, to let you know what that actually means in the event we do hit insolvency. Now, they also pointed out, in the event that we do become insolvent in Social Security, they would be able to pay out 80% of promised benefits, okay? They'd be able to pay out 80%. Now, last year in this report, they also found that they'd be able to pay out 77% of benefits. So that's a little bit of a positive increase right there, as in they can pay out essentially 3% more of benefits than what they could last year, according to the report, okay? In other words, in the event that insolvency comes in, to say it another way, benefits would be cut by 20%, okay? That is what they're saying in this report, a 20% cut. Let me show you that in a dollars and cents example here so we can clearly see what that means, okay? Now, this is just an example, okay? Just to better illustrate what it would mean in the event of insolvency. At the time of insolvency, let's just say a beneficiary is receiving $1,000. Next month, the Social Security Trust Fund becomes insolvent. Guess what? That $1,000 benefit is now $800. It gets cut by 20%. $200, whack, right off the top. They can't pay it, okay? That is what it would mean. A huge, huge hit. Not cool, right? I agree, okay? So that's just a mathematical example, a dollars and cents example of what this would actually mean in the event of insolvency with Social Security, according to this report. Remember, we get a report every single year. Now, here's what they also found. The Social Security Disability Trust Fund, okay, the one that pays out SSDI benefits to about 8.9 million beneficiaries. That one is going to have solvency all the way out until 2097, okay? That one has a lot of time ahead. That one has, what is the math on that? What is the math on that? 70 I'm trying to figure that out. 74 years. Sorry, I had a little bit of trouble there figuring that out. That's 74. No, that's not even right. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm questioning myself now. It's 74 years from now, okay? So the Social Security trust fund that pays out SSDI benefits will remain solvent for another 74 years in its current state right now. Now, the way that they determine insolvency is if they were to combine not only the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund with the SSDI Trust Fund, okay? If they combined both of those, that is when they would actually figure out the insolvency date of 2033, okay? Now, can they just do that? No. It has to go through the congressional process. There has to be some changes in the law in order for them to change and actually mix these two trust funds together, okay? They can't just come out one day and say, hey, we're gonna mix these two together. That's not how it works. They can't just do that. They have to go through the congressional process, and it changes the law on this, okay? So that is what they're projecting this off of. Now, let's quickly talk about Medicare for just a second here, okay? Medicare is also one of these. In the annual report from last year, they said that the Social Security, let me take that back. The Medicare Part A, the hospitalization, that one would become insolvent by 2028. That's what they said last year, okay? Here's what they found in this report. It would actually become insolvent by 2031 now, okay? So it pushed out another 3 years. Now, this is the one that pays hospitalization, not Medicare Part B for doctor's visits and things like that, but Medicare Part A. Now, that one comes automatic with your Social Security benefits. Part B, you've got to opt into. Remember that whole thing? Remember that? So, anyway, that is the Part A coverage. Now, again, they also said in the event of insolvency with Medicare Part A, they'd be able to pay out 89% of benefits, or claims more like, when they become insolvent in 2031, according to this report, okay? So these are the numbers. This is what they're looking at right now. Now remember, you can see clearly how much right here that just in a 1 year, a year-over-year basis here, the report changes a lot. Last year, they said insolvency, 2034, paying out 77% of benefits. This year, they said insolvency, 2033, a year sooner, and paying out 80% of benefits. So again, every single year, this report continues to change. But again, it's giving us a better glimpse into what's going on here and the finances of Social Security, as well as the health of this program and where we currently stand. How much longer do we have? How much more of a runway do we have, right? The shorter the runway gets, the harder it takes, the harder it's going to be for that plane to take off. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to continue watching. How far out is this runway? Well, right now it's 10 years. Well, last year it was 11 or 12 years, right? So again, it's getting shorter. The runway is getting shorter. So point is, Congress is looking at this now, and again, this report was just released on Friday, so it's still, relatively new here. But the deal is, Congress is going to be looking at this and thinking, okay, we've got to get our act together on this thing and actually get something done on this. Now, here's the thing. It's totally 100% up to Congress to get this thing done and to make sure that Social Security does not become insolvent. Now, here's the thing. I know that there's some people out there that are concerned about this. I want to say this much. Please do not become concerned about this right now. Why? Even with this projection right here, we still have 9-10 years or so before insolvency, okay? There's nothing to worry about today. Now, again, if we push out into the future 8 or 9 years from right now and nothing is done about it, well then, obviously the conversation is going to change. But that is a very long time from right now, okay? So as of right now, let's just not worry about things when it comes down to this. But again, something we certainly want to pay attention to. Now, let me take a minute or two here and talk about insolvency really quickly, because there's this misconception floating around out there that as soon as Social Security becomes insolvent, that simply means it's done, it's over, benefits are ending, right? No, that's not what it means at all, okay? That is not what insolvency means when it comes to Social Security. Here's what it comes down to. As we all know, when somebody is working and they're paying in through Social Security payroll taxes, right? So on your pay stub, you probably see something called FICA, F-I-C-A. Whoa, what is this thing? They're taking a bunch of my money every single week, right? Well, that is some of the money that goes into Medicare and Social Security through your payroll taxes, okay? It goes into the Social Security Trust Fund. Here's what's happening. There's more money going out of the trust fund every single month right now than what's going into it, okay? Well, in the event that this trust fund eventually becomes depleted, which if there's no action out of Congress, it will become depleted, okay? As in, no more money in the trust fund, empty, okay? So then what they have to do is they can only pay out the money coming in on a regular basis through Social Security payroll taxes, okay? So in that event, they might have, let me just give you an analogy really quickly. let's just say that they have, say they're paying out, $1,500 a month of benefits, okay? And they have $1,000 coming in. Well, eventually the trust fund is empty, and therefore they can only pay out these benefits to beneficiaries. So basically, when the money comes in through Social Security payroll taxes, it literally goes right out the door. Again, it's like a revolving door. Comes in through Social Security payroll taxes from those people paying taxes on their wages, and then it goes right out the revolving door to beneficiaries. And as a result of that, there's less money coming in through Social Security payroll taxes than what's going out on a monthly basis to beneficiaries. Therefore, they can only pay out 80% of benefits, if that makes sense, right? So the money coming in it's short. It's not enough, right? It's not enough to pay the bills. So what they would have to do is cut benefits by 20% for beneficiaries and only pay out 80% of those promised benefits, like the example that I gave you earlier, the $1,000 being shaved down to $800 because there's not enough money coming in through those payroll taxes, because not enough people are working and paying into Social Security payroll taxes, therefore not enough money coming in to the Social Security Administration. Does that kind of make sense? I know it's confusing, but here's the thing. Social Security benefits will not end in the event of insolvency. They'll just take a major haircut of about 20%, right? So a person walks into the hairstylist and they say, hey, yo, I'm looking for a little trim. Can you take an inch off? And you come out with a buzz cut. You know, that's kind of what happens, okay? A little analogy here, right? You come in and say, hey, my pretty hair's here. I'm just looking for a little trim, okay? And then they pull out their little buzzer and they go bzz, 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 and they say, uh-oh, you buzzed my head. What happened here? And they said, oh, sorry, we gave you a 20% cut. Well, I didn't want a 20% cut. I only wanted 1 inch cut, okay? Same thing, okay? That is what happens, okay? You walk out of Social Security with a buzz cut, okay? So, not funny, but I'm serious. I'm just saying, it's an analogy that I think all of us can kind of relate to. All of us can probably imagine and visualize all of this right now, right? And then that's kind of the situation, okay? So that is what it comes down to when Social Security may hit insolvency. Benefits would just be cut by 20%, okay? So anyway, hope this explains it. Again, there's more to this report here, but I want to leave it here for now, and I will come back in another video and I'll break down more of the details about this. But here's the thing. If I went through all the details and explained every little aspect of the Social Security Board of Trustees report, we'd be sitting here for 20, 25 minutes. And honestly, who wants to sit and watch a 25-minute video? Not I, and probably you don't either, right? So again, I'd rather bring it to you in little tidbits here as we go. So again, I just want to break this down for you really quickly, let you know kind of the big ticket issues here, some of the big findings out of the report, and what this means for beneficiaries going forward. As of right now, it means nothing, okay? Don't worry about it. It's not going to impact your benefit today, not tomorrow, not next month, not even next year, not even in the next 5 or 7 years, okay? It's not going to do anything as of right now. So please don't worry about it, but either way, we probably want to watch this annual report out of the Social Security Board of Trustees very closely, because this is their best estimate as far as what's going on. And remember, these are just estimates. They don't know. These are just their projections based on what they're currently seeing. Now, again, they're running the numbers, they're running the calculations, but any little hiccups in the economy will skew these numbers in a major way, okay? Major layoffs in the economy, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people losing their jobs. Well, guess what? That's 2, 3, 4 million people that are less paying in through Social Security payroll taxes. Is that going to impact the trust fund? Yep, sure is. Anyway, I'll keep you posted as I get more information. So again, please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a good one, take care, and hope this one helps you. I'll catch you again later.